you'd like to follow along with us, visit bit.ly/ECR logs. Once again, that's bit.ly/ECR logs. And click Open Mic Night tonight. We have Jason, K4KU, as our host. Mark, EKE2EDS, will be logging for us. Net control will be handled by myself, KD2TFB, Joe, and later on at 8:30 we'll have Josh, KE7WIL. I'd like to go through one or two announcements here. We can do them throughout the Open Mic Night. Thursday, there's the 20 meter net at 14.317 plus or minus at 10 a.m. Thursday night, there'll be a town hall, 8 p.m. in the ECR Zoom room. All right, so a little bit of instruction for checking in tonight. Be sure to key up and then just skip a couple beats. There's a fairly large system, and if you don't wait a couple beats, you're gonna be cut off in the beginning. So key up, wait a couple beats, and then say your call sign twice and slowly. All right, we'd like to start with mobile check-ins. Mobile check-ins only at this time, please. Let's see here, your call sign twice and slowly.
Kilo 9 Tango, Juliet Sierra, K9 TJS, in and out.
W1 BBW handheld, Whiskey 1 Bravo Bravo Whiskey, handheld, in and out.
Ready, let's hold it up there for just a second. We have Whiskey 1, Bravo Bravo W, and we had K9 TJS. It looks like we have, I forgot to tell you about the text line. We'll get to that in just a second. We have K9 ROB, Robert in Germantown, AA4 PC, John in Lexington, South Carolina, and KQ8U, Bob in Ecorse, Michigan. Tonight's question, if you had to pick a band for the rest of your life, what would it be? I think I would kind of choose UHF, because it's just that there's a repeater in my area that has really good coverage, and it's on UHF, so I personally would choose UHF. So let's go to Bob in Ecorse, Michigan. What would be your favorite band if you had to choose one for the rest of your life?
Even Jason and everybody else on that, my choice would be VHF. Have a good evening. KQAU, back to net.
Thank you there, Bob. And let's go to, let's see, AA4PC, John in Lexington. What would be your favorite band?
I think the 2-meter band would be my choice. Mostly because it's so widely distributed. You got 2 meters, transmitters, transceivers, repeaters everywhere. You got them in space, you got them on the ground, you got them on mountains. They're all over the place. And so you can get a lot of coverage that way. And I've tried the UHF, and it is good. Nothing wrong about it, but it doesn't have the coverage. If we put up a lot more VHF, UHF crossband repeaters, that might be helpful. get both bands involved, but we'll see. Let's give you back the band. Might be over driving the mic a little bit too, so take care, and AA4 PC back to net.
Alrighty then, thanks for participating tonight. Next we have K9RO Robert in Germantown, Tennessee. Your favorite band for tonight?
Good evening, everybody. This is Oscar Bravo. I don't have to think about that one. Either band works great in the daytime, great night. Ground wave is solid if somebody's band. It doesn't enjoy traffic, so yep, 20-meter band for me. K9 Ruby.
Then, thank you for participating tonight. Now, as I was alluding to earlier, our text check-in line is 716-317-9050. Once again, that's 716-317-9050. And if you could please, only your call sign. Only your call sign. Nothing else, please. And it's also not for in and outs. If you use the text line, please stick around and give your answer to tonight's question. All right, since we didn't seem to have all that many mobiles, I'll open it up to general check-ins. Once again, your call signs twice and slowly.
Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, Chris. Whiskey 2, Romeo Bravo Charlie, Whiskey 2, Romeo Bravo Charlie. WB2 JPQ, WB2 JPQ. Kilo Romeo 4, Echo X-Ray Victor, Kilo Romeo 4, Echo X-Ray Victor.
Sounds like we have a little bit of natural lull there. Now, we had someone in there that sounded something like KB4 ORK, except it's coming up as a QRZ lookup error. Come back with your call sign twice, please. Looks like we're either they not able to get us or whatever, so we'll move right along here. Welcome and acknowledge KB8PLV, Chris in Novi, Michigan. W2 RBC, Randy in West Seneca. The Godfather himself, WB2 JPQ. And KR4EXV, John in High Springs, Florida. Alrighty, let's go to the top of this list. KB8PLV, Chris. What, if you had to pick a band to use for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Evening, thanks for running the new net. This is great to have this on Wednesday nights. I would have to say UHF. That seems to be the band for most outdoorsmen radios, you know, going off-road and traveling and camping. GMRS. I like UHF as a category. Hope everything's going well for everyone, and have a good week ahead. This is KB8PLV, back to net.
thank you there, Chris. W2, RBC. If you had to pick a band to use for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Good evening, Joe, and everyone on the open mic net. It's a really tough question. I like UHF, but I also like 20 meters. I guess I'd have to go with 20 meters. It's good for worldwide contacts. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Thank you there, Randy. Now we go to the Godfather himself. Dick, what would your band choice be?
Well, good evening, Joe, and everybody. Well, I would have to go to UHF because that's what the East Coast reflector was built on. And if I took all my UHF repeaters off, we would have nothing here in Western New York on the East Coast reflector. So onward and upward with UHF as far as I'm concerned. This is WB2JPQ.
Thank you there, Dick. And we'll move right along to KR4EXV, John in High Springs, Florida. What would be your band of choice?
Good evening, all. Yeah, I think I have to stick to the UHF. I think it just gives me all the full coverage that, I do on a daily basis. KR4EXV, back to net.
Thank you very much there, John. I'd like to tell people that there will be a special tribute along the East Coast Reflector, tribute to 9/11 at 9 a.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. Those are all East Coast times. And we encourage everybody to listen in at least to one of these. It'll be approximately 7 minutes. Let's go and go with the call signs twice and slowly, please.
K4 GDS, K4 GDS.
KF4 ACB, Kilo Fox 4, Alpha Charlie Bravo, headed in Tennessee. Kilo Bravo. Kilo Mike 7, Bravo Hotel Sierra.
KJ5, LL. KJ5, LL.
Natural pause there. I'd like to welcome and acknowledge KJ5 MLL, KM7 BHS, KF4 ACB, and K4 GDS. And, something? I see that, John here in Phoenix, Arizona, KM7BHS. This is your first time in. Let's go with you. If you had to pick one band to use for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Yeah, hi. This is KM7BHS. Yep, I would definitely go with UHF. I'm going outdoors a lot on my side-by-side and
Alrighty then. Thank Thank you there, John. Oh, I'd like to go back to, so we heard a call sign out there that began with Kilo Bravo, but we didn't quite get your full call sign. If you could come across to us, please. Call sign twice and slowly, please.
Kilo Fox 4, Alpha Charlie Bravo. Kilo Fox 4, Alpha Charlie Bravo.
Well, you know, thank you there, Terry. We already had you there. That's great. Anybody else whose call sign begins Kilo Bravo, KB, please come back with your call sign twice and slowly. We busted lots of contact with that person. That's too bad. Oh well. Let's move along to K4GDS, Gil in Orlando, Florida. If you had to pick one band to use for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I think I'm going to have to go with 17 meters. I enjoy that. It's similar to 20 meters in performance and all without the call the chaos that's on 20 meters. So I'll go 17 meters just to be different. K4GDS back to that.
Thanks there, Joe. Let's hear from Terry in Harrogate, Tennessee, KF4ACB.
Okay, I got kind of drifted off there a little bit. What was the question?
To pick a band to use for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Going all day to doctor's appointments, I'm about wore out. 20 meters, emphatically.
You there, Terry? Let's move along to KJ5MLL, Matthew in Fulton, Mississippi. If you had to pick one band to use for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I would have to say that I enjoy UHF the most and experimenting with the UHF bands the most. KJ5MLL back to that.
Thank you very much, Matthew. Oh, I see you're new to the system. Would you like to be called Matthew or Matt or any other we have in our database?
Yeah, I've been listening to ECR for a while. Just wanted to check in here. Yeah, I usually go by my middle name, which is Brian. But either is fine. Either way. I appreciate you guys having the net tonight and appreciate being a part of it. KJ5MLL, back to net.
Thank you, Brian. We noted that down. Alrighty then. So, I'd like to also tell you we have the Friday night Usenet at 8 p.m. And we're also trying to get more third-party use traffic. It's Friday night at 8 p.m. along the East Coast Reflector. And we have the Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern. Alrighty then, let's start a new list. Key up, wait a couple beats, then give us your call sign twice and slowly.
KE7WIL. KE7WIL.
F8BNF, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Bravo, November Foxtrot.
November 2, Zulu Victor November. N2ZVN.
Victor Kilo 3, Kilo Echo Zulu. Victor Kilo 3, Kilo Echo Zulu.
Juliet 5, Mike Golf Alpha from New Orleans. Do you copy?
Right, let's hold it up there just a second. So far we have KJ5 MGA, Michelle in Metairie, Louisiana. VK3 KEZ, Brian in Cronulla, Victoria, Australia. N2 ZVN, Alan in Kenton, New York. KF8, DNF, Michael in Cleveland, Ohio. KE7WIL, Josh in Phoenix. Alrighty, so let's, Josh, what, if you had to use a band for the rest of your life, what band would that be?
Hey Joe, good first half hour there. If I had to pick one band to operate on for the rest of my life, I think it would probably be the 4-meter band. I've never actually been able to operate on it, but it's kind of something on my bucket list. So 4 meters, I hope it's good. KE7WIL.
Josh, for your participation tonight. Looks like we have a person due to the East Coast Reflector. KF8BNF, Michael in Cleveland, Ohio. First, let's see, it comes up Michael. Would you like to be called Mike or something else? We can certainly put that down.
BNF here. Michael's fine. I don't care. As far as which band I'd want to use, I'd say 40 because it is open everywhere, all the time. And I'm glad that I got in. Looks like my new hotspot's working.
Thank you, Michael, for your participation tonight. Next we have up N2ZVN, Alan in Kendall, New York. If you had to pick a band to use for the rest of your life, what band would that be?
Well, good evening, Joe. Everyone on the net tonight. I'd have to say 2 meters. It's very versatile. All the repeaters on it, a lot of hot spots on it. You work weak signal sideband on it, FT8, and even moon bounce. A lot of possibilities on that one band. Everyone have a good night. N2ZVN, back to net.
Thanks there, Alan. This is KD2TFB with the Wednesday night open mic night. Next we move along to VK3KEZ, Brian in Australia. If you had to pick a band to use for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Morning all. I think I'd pick VHF. And by the way, I put the pronunciation of the name in my QRZ page, so it's corn as in the cob and Ella as in Fitzgerald, VK3KZ by.
KJ5MGA, French name Metairie, Louisiana. You look like you're new to the want to put down a nickname, we can take that. Otherwise, if you had to pick a band for the rest of your life, what would it be? We then slight transmitter problem there. Back on the air. Well, thank you. Let's see. Just to let you know, if you would find emailing in easier than any other method, we have text at ECR.radio. That's text at ECR.radio. Well, we're at the bottom of that list, so if you'd like to check in, please call signs twice and slowly.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Romeo Kilo, KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
N0MSS portable, or a K doubled over the other guy.
KO4 FRR, KO4 FRR. KO4 CLD, KO4 CLD.
Sierra Tango Whiskey, Kilo 7, Sierra Tango Whiskey.
Then let's hold it up there for a sec. I'd like to acknowledge KK4, Sierra Tango Whiskey, KO4 CLD, Micah in Tuscumbia, Alabama, KO4 FRR, Joe in Sorrento, Florida, N0MSS Ross in Waukegan, North Dakota. Boy, you guys really taxed me here. KQ4 RK, Billion, Apopka, Florida, and AD2IZ, Bomb in East Amherst. So let's see, let's go to our mobiles here. KQ4 ORK, Barry. If you had to pick one band to use for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Well, good evening to everybody on the net tonight. Thanks for picking me up. I would have to say with my limited license and limited, I'd have to say for now 2 meters is mostly what I've played with. So I have equipment for other, but can't legally key up quite yet. Soon. Hope everybody has a great evening. Back to net control. KQ4 ORK in the mobile.
Barry, now let's move along to N0MSS Ross. Sorry, mangled your hometown name in North Dakota. What would your favorite band be?
Well, that's a hard choice. I've heard some good things. The one guy said about the 2 meter band, they're so versatile. My first band that I got on was 10 meters as a novice. I really enjoyed that band, but lately it's been so spotty and propagation is so limited on it. So I'd probably rather be on 40. I can talk real close and fairly far out during the day and all over at night. So I don't know. I think I'm going to pick 40 meters. I'm kind of like the HF stuff. I'd be able to talk to people a little further away with a little less investment in antennas and amps and stuff. But 2 meters is fun doing that too. So I'll stick with 40. N0MSS.
Thank you very much for participating tonight, Ross. My time is up. This has been Kilo Delta 2 Tango Foxtrot Bravo, Joe in Cheektowaga, Now I'm going to turn it over to Josh, KE7WIL. Take it away, Josh.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Come for the first half hour, stay for the end, and I appreciate it. This is KE7WIL. Now, before we move on here, I just want to look at where we stand here. We've got 35.3% of everyone checking in tonight would stick with UHF, followed by VHF at 23.5%. So I don't know if it's a lot of techs or if it's just a favorite frequency. And behind that is 20 meters and 40 meters. So that's where we stand tonight. Let's pick up 82IZ, Bob in Amherst, New York. Over to you. We're asking tonight, if you had to pick a band for the rest of your life to operate on, what would it be?
Thank you, Joe, for that great job you did. And Josh, I'd have to say I would probably choose 2 meters. It's not, I would like to choose maybe 20, but I don't have any equipment that operates on that. So given my limited resources, I should probably stick with something I can actually operate on. So I'll go with 2 meters. 82IZ out.
All right, by my count, that's another vote for 2M. Thank you very much for checking in tonight, Bob. Let's go next to K04FRR, and that's Joe in Florida. Hey, Joe, what do you think if you had to pick that one band for the rest of your life to operate on? Which one would it be?
Well, good evening. I was going to say, hey, Joe, this is Joe. But, hey, Josh, this is Joe. Good job on the net, guys. And my answer will be 40 meters. I'll talk to you guys in the Zoom room after. Take care. Joe, K04FR. Back to you.
Break. Go ahead, break.
Kilo Echo Victor Kilo Tango, Kilo Echo 8, Victor Kilo Tango. Just thought I'd pop in and say hi to everybody out of Bayview, Ohio. My name is Dennis.
Okay, Dennis, well, we're in the middle of running a net here, but we do appreciate you checking in tonight. We have a little bit of a choppy copy on you there, but you know what? I'll go ahead and oblige you and get you on the log. Can you repeat that call sign again, please?
Yes, sir. Kilo Echo 8, Victor Kilo Tango. Kilo Echo 8, Victor Kilo Tango, Bayview, Ohio.
All right, well, welcome there, Dennis. We appreciate you being here tonight. Since you are mobile, it sounds like, go ahead and take you after this next check-in that I was about to go to, so we'll take you immediately following that. Stay in range. Just stop your car, pull it over to the side of the road. We'll be right up to you. K04CLD, that's Micah out of Tuscumbia, Alabama. Good evening, and what would it be for you if you had to pick the one band for the rest of your life to operate on for amateur radio?
Well, I want to say 20 meters, but, you know, as much as I operate on 70 centimeters, I think I'll have to pick 70 centimeters because, you know, if I got an all-star node, I can just about talk to anybody around the world. K04CLD, back to net.
You know, there really is something about 70 centimeters, and it's just not about the dead air. You can actually do things with it. It's lovely. Thank you very much for that, UHF, for your vote there. Dennis, KE8VKT, there out of Ohio. So the question again is, if you had to pick a band to operate on for the rest of your life, what would it be for you? say 70 would be the band I'd like. I just spend a lot of time on that band.
Very well. Another vote. So, 70 centimeters is rocking this vote at 38.1%. Definitely in the lead. Pick it up, VHF. Thank you very much, Dennis. And again, Dennis is brand new, so welcome. We thank you that you're here. All right, going back up the log a little bit here to KK7SW. That's going to be Ron out of Pahrump, Nevada. What's your answer there if you had to pick a band for the rest of your life? Which one would it be?
Good evening, everyone. Personally, I would have to say 70 centimeters. It's the most versatile for my needs. I know there are a lot of other good bands, but for the rest of my life, yeah, I have to go with 70 centimeters. Thank you, KK7STW.
They're mentioning in the Zoom room about Art Bell, and I used to run Art Bell shows at the talk station that I ran here at overnights in Phoenix. So much fun. All right, so we've got you yet for another UHF. I'm starting to think I might have made the wrong decision when I said 4 meters. All right, K4, KU, Jason, who is a big help in the room tonight, the Zoom room, who texted in. He likes technology, I've heard. Jason, what's your answer to the question?
Hey, good evening, Josh, and everybody else on the net tonight. Joe, you did a great job on the first half as well. Yeah, I was going to say 70 centimeters, actually, because I like building nodes, and with a node, you can work the world. One thing, too, I noticed we have about 5 new users that checked in tonight. 4 of them do not have a public email address on QRZ. And if you want the super-duper top-secret welcome letter to the East Coast Reflector, please update your QRZ and we'll send it out to you. This is K4KU, back to net.
Yes, take that advice. It is super secret, so secret that it self-destructs in your email before it even gets to you. It's that good. All right, thanks, Jason. Appreciate you being here tonight. UHF, another vote for that. Okay, from what I could tell, I think it's time to ask for some more check-ins. So this is KE7WIL. Let's see who else would like to check in tonight. If you're mobile, let us know, and we'll make you the top of this log, and we will take all check-ins now. Just give your call sign twice and slowly.
November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. VK3 Alpha Whiskey Alpha. VK3 Alpha Whiskey Alpha. Charlie 1, Romeo Uniform Juliet. Kilo, Charlie 1, Romeo Uniform Juliet.
Whiskey 5 Tango Whiskey Mike. Whiskey 5 Tango Whiskey Mike. Okay, sounded like we had a lot of pileups there. Very good. I do want to remind you before I acknowledge who's in the log there that you can use the text line anytime you want at 716-317-9050. Just text your call sign. And we've got a new feature. You can send an email to text at ECR.radio. That's text at ECR.radio. Check it out. We love technology. In backwards order, I will acknowledge Mark, KE2EDS, Lance, W5TWM, Bruce, KC1RUJ, Daryl, VK3AWA, Roger, N4RHE, my good friend Alex, W7FTM. All right, there we go. How about it, Alex?
We're starting to talk to each other way too much here. Out of Scottsdale, Arizona, Alex, the question is, if you had to pick a band for the rest of your life to operate on amateur radio, what do you think that would be?
You know, the ECR has really gone downhill to let some Arizona Yahoo like you host open mic night. But anyway, I'd say 70 centimeters or 27.56 inches for the Americans out there. Thanks, Josh. Good to hear you again, buddy. W7 FTM.
Okay, very good, Alex. Uh-oh. That sounded like ham radio hieroglyphics to me right there. Alex, we do look forward to your net at 11 p.m. coming up on this Saturday, actually. And good to hear you. Thanks for checking in today. Another vote for UHF. And for RHE, Roger from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. How about you? What's the band that you would pick to operate on for the rest of your life? It's only one band.
Good evening, Josh. Thank you for conducting the net. November 4, Roman Teleco. If given only one, I can use VHF so I can use a coastal marine radio. November 4, Roger, I'm enthusiast. Return to net.
All right, a hard vote for VHF. VHF, you still got a long way to go, though, to catch up. UHF so far is just winning by a mile. VK3AWA, hope you're not paying any long distance for this call. Daryl out of Paradise Beach in Australia. Nice to have you here tonight. How about you, if you had to pick the one band for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
Good morning, Josh, and those listening. Well, as much as I'm a big HF fan and operator, if I had to pick one band, it would be 70 centimeters. It would allow me to be connected at all times. Thanks, Josh. Great job, and back to you.
All right, thanks for the flowers there, Daryl. And, surprisingly, another UHF. Never saw that one coming. Nobody has answered the internets tonight. I'm surprised on that as well. KC1RUJ, that's going to be Bruce out of Leamington, Maine. And Bruce, I see you highlighted in big yellow, which means you're new. And I don't see an email associated with you. So if you have the ability to give us that, I defer you to the announcement that Jason made a moment ago. But Bruce, the question at hand is, if you had to pick a band for the rest of your life, what would it be?
C1 or UJ. The band that I've used the most and have the best luck with would be the 2-meter band. I'm a rag chewer, and I love the 2-meter repeaters that I have access to, so it would have to be the 2-meter band. Back to net control. Repeater, going to the gray repeater on the 2-meter band.
Good man, I had to check. Good to have you here tonight. Another vote for VHF, all right? We're getting somewhere now. W5DWM, Lance out of Longview, Texas. How about you? What's the band you would operate for the rest of your life?
Okay, sorry for the delay. Well, goodness, thank you for that. I guess 80 meters, only because for NVIS communications for regional comms, it's probably the best band the majority of the day and evening, because the rest I could probably do without. Although I'm definitely not coming in right now on 80 meters. W5GWM.
right, that may have been the only vote there for 80 meters, but you got 3.6% of the vote. So if you were running for president, I'd be a little bit scared. But in this contest, who knows how it'll go. Thanks for checking in there, W5TWN. That was Lance out of Texas. Appreciate it. All right, up next, Mark in Elma, New York. That would be KE2EDS.
Evening, Josh. Great job. Is Joe, you as well? I guess I was going to answer Rush. It's a Canadian band, but I don't think that's the right answer. So I'm going to go with VHS. Have a great night and continue the great job, guys. KE2EDS.
Okay, Mark, I appreciate that, and thanks for not being a weirdo and saying 80 meters. All right, KK4JJK, John, who also got checked in on the text line. He avoided all pile-ups. John's in Buffalo, New York. What do you say, John, if you had to pick that one band to operate on for the rest of your life, besides Rush, but maybe in addition to Rush as well, what would it be? Let's call out again for John, KK4JJK. Don't make me say it phonetically. Uh-oh, my confidence in John being here tonight is waning. We'll move past that and go to KF8, DIP. Boy, I sure hope that is a vanity call sign there. You also checked in on the text line. That's James out of Ottawa Lake, Michigan. Hi, James. What's your answer to the question? If you had to pick a band for the rest of your life, what would it be?
KF8, DIP. I'm a fairly new ham. I spend most of my time on 2 meters, so I'm going to say 2 meters. Back to net.
Very good, James. Don't fake it till you make it. Go with what you know. You can quote somebody on that. VHF, another vote for that. And we're past the halfway mark on this half hour. And just to let you in on what the results are right now, we are at 13 for UHF and 7 for VHF. In the leaderboard there, and a close number 3 with a total of 3 is 40 meters. One weirdo on 4 meters. All right, next up, let's. Oh, nobody. That was the last one on my list. Okay, this is KE7WIL. Let's ask for some more check-ins. Go ahead and give me your call sign twice and slowly, please.
Golf Tango Echo Tango, Chuck and Sierra. 4 Golf November, Tango Echo Tango, Chuck Pit Meadows.
That was the worst double I've ever heard in my life, and I heard both voices clearly. That's really saying something. Okay, the person with the Sierra in their call sign, come back, please.
4 Golf 1 November, Yankee Sierra. 4G1 NYS.
Whiskey Delta, Eagle Oscar Lima, WD8IOL.
Okay, copy the 4G1NYS, Stephen there, out of the Philippines, and WD8IOL. There was another station that had doubled with Stephen earlier. I want to make sure I catch you as well. So just you, come back now.
Echo 7, Tango Echo Tango, Chuck and Pit Meadows, British Columbia.
All right, all we copied here is the Tango, Echo, Tango. If you don't mind, just key up briefly and then go ahead and speak. I think we just got you cut off at the beginning there.
I hope you're copying now. It would be UHF, I guess I would go for. And 7-3 to you and everybody on the net. Thank you, and I hope you can copy me.
I got you just great that time. I appreciate it, but may I please get the prefix?
Echo 7 Tango, Echo Tango. 7-3, thank you very much.
All right, thank you for being here tonight, 7-3. All right, let's go ahead and the other two folks that I have in the log here. And out of the Philippines, looks like Batangas City. That's Steven, 4G1NYS. Thank you for being here tonight. And the question of the day is, if you had to pick a band for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Okay, thanks very much. This is for Golf 1, November, Yankee Sierra. My name is Steven from here in the Philippines. It's Thursday morning here. And to answer your question, if I be an amateur band for the rest of my life, it would be 2 meters. It's the cheapest and the most affordable to buy. And it comes in so many ways, whether analog or digital. 73 is from here in the Philippines. I'll send it back to control. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it. And you may be the first contact I've ever made with the Philippines. So thank you very much for that. One to write home about. WD8IOL, James out of Toledo, Ohio. We already got you. That was VHF. How about this one? KK4JJK. I like that call sign, John. Buffalo, New York there. What's your answer to the question about the band that you would operate for the rest of your life? All right, let me try that one more time. KK4JJK. I even said I like your call sign. John in New York. Are you there? Bummed. I really wanted to talk to John there. Must be a technical issue going on his end, so if he comes back, we'll be glad to get him on. All right, I'm ready to take some more check-ins. I feel like we cut it short on that last round, so let's try this again. And come now, call sign twice and slowly.
K6
Whiskey
GBZ.
3, Whiskey, India, November, Dawn.
Juliet 6, Oscar.
KK7OGC, KK7OGC.
KL7, KSU, KL7, KSU.
Okay, it looks like the West Valley Amateur Radio Club finally woke up to check in. Good to hear some of you. So let me see who I've got so far. I heard Whiskey 3, Whiskey India, November, W3WIN. That was Dawn, and good to have you here tonight, Dawn. KK7OGC. I know we've made contact before there, Fred. Good to hear you tonight as well. Paul, out of Peoria, KL7KSU. Did I miss anybody?
Kilo
AJ60.
Zulu.
AJ60.
Kilo 6 Golf Bravo Zulu, K6 GBZ.
Curtis, forgive me for not acknowledging you before. AJ60 is in the log as well. And then we just now added K6GBZ. That's going to be Tom out of California. All right, let's go with what we have right now. And if we have time, we'll get some more in there. Quick answer from you, Curtis. Welcome tonight. If you had to pick that one band, what would it be?
since I collect, but if I can only have one, it would have to be 40 meters.
Very good, Fred. Got you for 40 meters tonight. At least it's not one of those weird answers like 4 meters. KK7OGC Fred from Reno, Nevada. What say you?
I say 2 meters. KK7OGC, back to net.
All right, got you for 2 meters. Thank you much. KE7WIL here. KL7KSU, Paul out of Peoria. What do you think? The band that you'd have to operate for the rest of your life, just one band, what would it be?
VHF, Josh. VHF.
Another vote for VHF. They might win. I'm not even looking at the graph, but they might win. Don, your new check-in. Thank you for being here. W3WIN. It says you're out of New Jersey, but I know better. You're in Phoenix. What do you think? The one band for the rest of your life that you'd have to operate, what would it be?
The Beatles. No, I guess if I had to pick one and only one, I'm going to go with 10 meters. That's my final answer. I wasn't even aware there was a net this time. I just turned the radio on, heard you talking. I was trying to figure out how you were still awake. W3WIN. Back to you.
I know I haven't even finished my coffee. I'll be all the way awake till 7 p.m. here. Thanks, Don. Got you for 10 meters. You're one of the few for that. All right, Tom, K6GBZ, what do you think?
Well, I think UHF. It's just such a useful band.
Okay, we got you for UHF. Let's go back up the log there. WD8IOL, James. I don't have anything down for you out of Ohio. What do you say?
Thank you for letting me on the net tonight. 40 meters would be my preference. Easy to get on the air with not that big of an antenna and work all of the United States, especially in the wintertime. So 40 meters, WD8IOL, 73.
73 to you too. Another vote for 40 meters there. Oh, we are running out of time. And you know, they only pay me to be here until the top of the hour. Let me tell you what we came up with. VHF almost pulled it out, but they didn't. It was 12 votes with 32.4% of the winnings there, followed by 20 meters at 5 votes and 5.4%. I'm sorry, 40 meters at 5 votes and 13.5%. But the winner, it seems, by far is UHF, 37.8%. Now, I don't know if there might be a little bit of bias there because we're all on All-Star and, you know, it tends to be the foundation of this network or not. So I might see if I can call some of you and get those results verified and get to the real answer. However, 46 check-ins today. I thank everyone for that. And thanks to Joe for leading me in. You made it all the way to the end, the part you've been waiting for. We'll go ahead now and turn this network back to non-net use. And 73 from KE7WIL.
KE7WIL and 70KN.
Go ahead.
I don't know you, but you said you were in Phoenix. And me too. Mesa, actually. And the name is John. So I thought I'd just say howdy.
Oh, John, I'm glad you're there. You ought to tune in tomorrow if you're available to the Thursday Thought Experiment. And it will be at noon our time. It'll be on Super Arc and it'll be on West Valley Arc. And I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the nodes. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for being here tonight. And 7-3, hopefully I'll talk to you tomorrow a little bit more. KE7WIL.